Welcome back, guys, to Pat Nat Builds Mario Party in Minecraft, or whatever the heck this series is called. This is episode 2, and I've done a little bit of work in between episodes. I'm going to try to do most of the work on camera, but whenever I do work in between episodes, I decide to place it in this little box that I made. This is more for my sake, so that I can remember and then tell you. Not that I expect you to read these signs, it's just for me reading them out to you. For starters, some of the changes we did, you might have realized a problem with our negative coin problem. Our negative coin problem in the last episode. I had red spaces over here, and if you like step on them, right, you lose 3 coins. But I was like, I don't want to put you in negative, so only do it if you have 3 coins. The thing is, that doesn't count for coins 1 and 2, right? If you got 1 coin or 2 coins, then you would still reach or you wouldn't reach negatives, but you wouldn't be able to lose coins. So a way to fix that was I actually just got rid of that selector that made it where you can only use that if you have at least 3 coins. And instead, I added this command right here as a repeating command block. So what this command does is that it's a scoreboard. Players set everyone whose scores of coins equal either from negative infinity to -1, right? And what it sets it to is 0. So if someone has negative infinity coins or -1, anything in between, so that's basically any negative number, then it will set them to 0 coins instead of -1. It doesn't add 1, it just sets it to 0, right? So that's what I did, and that's a command block over here repeating. This is 0, 0, so this is in the spawn chunks. If I get 3 coins, 6, let's buy a star real quick. And as we're buying a star, I'll show another thing that I did off camera. One thing I was talking about with the star is that I wanted it to tell you when you didn't get when you can't afford a star. And so I did that. It's a very simple fix for now, but if you look under here, this is the command chain we implemented last time, which basically removes the amount of coins and then says you got a star. Here is the command change that says you don't have enough coins. So basically when I press this button, I got a star, right? And if I press tab, well, I already had 3, but now I've got 4. But the thing is, redstone went over here and it didn't do anything, but now if I press it, now that I only have 1 coin, it says you don't have enough coins, right? So basically what I did with this command is, it's very simple. Right now I'm using the /tel. When I figure out how to use tel raw, that's going to replace this and the /says probably. But it's a /tel, the nearest player whose score of coins equals 0 to 19. So if you have 0 to 19 coins, it's going to tell you this message, you don't have enough coins. So basically if I don't have enough, it's going to tell me that, and then obviously this is already set to only buy if you have 20, so that's all good. So I don't have any coins, and it's just telling me I don't have enough coins, right? Now, I have 1 coin, so to go back to what I was talking about earlier, if I click on this red space, as you probably saw, I don't know if the frame rate actually caught it, but it quickly took me to the negatives, and then it brought me back up, right? If I do it, actually I can just do it with 0 coins. Now if I press it, it takes me to 0 or negative, and then immediately takes me back up. That's thanks to that command block, changing everyone who's at 0 coins, or at less than 0 coins to 0 coins. So that's the fix for that problem. So moving on over here, allow players to lose 1 to 2 coins when they don't have 3. Yep, okay, that's what I just explained. Did some building, as you guys can see. Yeah, I laid down a couple more spaces just so I can have some more room to work with. Again, this is not going to be the official map, but it's just so I can test stuff out and have things to work with. So I've added like some spaces right here and here, and then we've got some new spaces that haven't been built before. I'll go over to those in a second. But I also have like these white arrows with a black tip that indicates like this is where you're supposed to go, and you can't cross a black tip if it's touching your tile, right? So this one's touching my tile, which means I can't go over this way. Something I'm just experimenting with. It was just something done in my head. I might, it's all everything that's like aesthetic-wise can be changed, obviously, because it's Minecraft. But yeah, this is the layout of the map. You can go this way, back in this loop, or you can head up this way, and this way, and stuff like that. So, so the new tiles we have right now, I have this green, actually this should probably have a button on it, just like that. So I've got a question mark space right here. If you haven't played Mario Party, these are usually like action tiles, and it means if you land on it, something special happens that's integrated with the map. Some kind of challenge or just fun event or something like that, right? Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Some games, they're explanation points. The game Mario Party game I'm most familiar with is Mario Party 5, and in Mario Party 5 they have question marks, so I just did a question mark there. It's tough to do like pixel art of a question mark on a tile. I don't know if you guys can see it really well, but it's the light green wool, right? It kind of makes a question mark. It goes onto the sides of the tiles, but because it's carpet, when you look at it from the side, it still looks like a side of a tile. So I think that works out alright. Who knows? Could change. Like I said, it's Minecraft. Stuff changes in Minecraft. Right here is the pink tile. Now, it's not always a actual tile, but essentially what this indicates is the item shop, right? Mario Party, a big part of Mario Party are items that you can buy on the board. Sometimes they're in capsules, sometimes they're literally just items. Mario Party 5, they're capsules, and in Mario Party 5, there's actually not a tile for it, but there is an arrow pointing this way. Usually with the item shops, you don't actually have to land on it. It's just when you pass it, you get the option to buy coins, or buy items. With cash, right? With coins. So we got a mushroom right here, and this mushroom costs 5 coins. If I press it, nothing happens. I also don't have 5 coins, but it wouldn't happen either way. There's no command blocks here. What we want to do today is try to integrate this mushroom block, right? To get a mushroom item working. And then over here, added a denial message to start. Yep, I already did that. Okay, cool. So all that stuff's been taken care of. We need to get down to business. The first thing I want to work on is the dice in general, right? Before we can figure out the use of an item, we kind of need to fully figure out the dice. Now, at some point, it might be helpful to add a scoreboard for turns, like for certain people who have turns and stuff. I think I briefly mentioned this in the last episode. Maybe I didn't. But before then, we need to figure out exactly how a dice is going to work. So, while yes, there is a command block contraption right here that'll roll a random dice every time. I got a 1 that time. 6, 8, you know, different stuff. While we do have this, obviously we don't want players walking over to press this every single time and getting off their spaces to go just over to one place to hit a block and stuff like that. So we're going to create something a little bit more intuitive. And I think I have an idea for that, right? We were talking about at some point, possibly, I don't know. I actually don't know if we were talking about this, but what I was thinking is at some point it'd be nice to have like a dice in your hand that you can activate, right? So I was thinking of different ways to do that. You can do like interesting stuff with spawns, right? Make like a I don't want to do Evoker as a test. What's a good test? I don't know. A dolphin, because they'll die, right? Like where you spawn a dolphin and then a command block detects it, and that makes it like it triggers something, right? So entities are really easy to make a trigger for. But I don't know if that's like a cool feeling for a dice, if that makes sense. Just like spawning something. And then like you get these sounds, and even if I kill them, kill at E type equals dolphin, they'll make those noises. So we'd want to kill the entity after you use it, because it would be roll a dice and it'd make the noise, and it seems like there's simpler ways to do that, right? So I started doing a little bit of research off camera. I'd like to try to figure stuff out on camera as much as I can. But I did do a little bit of research, and I believe a good way to do this would be to drop an item, right? So if we had like a stone, it's like ready, roll, and then you drop the dice, right? Because that's kind of how dice work, and it's relatively easy, I think, to detect that. So we're gonna try that first. Let's find the kind of item we want to use. Now, some thinking offline, the mushroom block specifically would work good for the red mushroom block, because not only is it red and it's a mushroom, but it also looks like a dice because it's got, like, you know, the white stuff on it. That's really cool. So I was thinking maybe we could use that as the special, or as the mushroom dice, and then this as the standard dice, because it is white and there's no black spots on it. But I also figured, you know, resource packs are a thing, and like minor adjustments, like just adding black dots on this, could make it look a lot more like a dice. I wouldn't go too crazy. I'm not a pixel artist. I don't deal with textures extremely often. But you know, just small changes like that might make it look nicer. But yeah, I was thinking maybe this could be a good dice. So let's try to set this up, right? Basically, we want it to detect when someone throws this block, and then kill this block, and then roll the dice over there. Now, once we figure out the trigger, right, the rest is really easy. We just need it to set a block, a redstone block on this command block contraption. It would run these commands, and then set that block with air so that it can be reset, right? And as for losing the dice after you roll it, like I said, eventually we're going to want a turn system so that you can get a dice every single turn, but no more than that, right? So let's do this. We're in the spawn chunks. We want this to be running in the spawn chunks. Let's put this right here. We're going to turn on always active, and what we're going to do is /execute if. I can't remember if we've dealt with execute ifs in this so far. Yeah, of course we have. Our whole basis is based off of execute ifs, isn't it? Like people's coins and stuff like that? I don't know. Okay, execute if, what we're going to do is entity. So this is essentially like test for. If you remember commands before 1.13, they had like test for, so you could test for certain enemies, blocks, and stuff like that. Execute if is like the replacement for that. But what we're going to do is @e and then type equals item, because it is an item that's coming down. Now, I'm not entirely sure how to add attributes to what item it is. I know there was like IDs. Maybe it's like ID mushroom, or it would be Minecraft mushroom. Minecraft mushroom stem. Okay, and then this, and then this. It doesn't seem to like that. No, yeah, it says it only can accept a comma or bracket after item. So we could do comma, and then could we do this with NBT? Yes, NBT's there. Oh, okay, now it's asking for one of these. Okay, so then can we do ID Minecraft? It can't have two. So would it be another one of these? Maybe. I might be onto something. Minecraft mushroom stem. Okay, and then another one, then another one. That might actually work. And then what we need to do is run, because we're going to be running a command if this gets test forward. What we want to say just for now is hello, like that. So now if we drop this, oh, and it's always active and it's repeating. Okay, so nothing happened. Okay, what did we do wrong here? Okay, so I did a little bit of research. I was on the right track. I'm shocked by how close I was, but I wasn't quite there. So what we first need to do is actually item for some reason, and then a colon, and then it starts this ID thing, and then it goes. I don't think this. I think instead it does quotation marks, so we can get rid of that, and then like that. I think that's how it is. So it goes NBT equals, and then in a squiggly, it's item, colon, and another squiggly, ID, and then in parentheses, Minecraft mushroom stem, and then a squiggly, and another squiggly, and a bracket. Not as intuitive as I was hoping. That's I don't know. I don't really understand, like, I don't know. I guess I don't really understand why there's like a specification of item, I guess, if I already specified this item right here. It's kind of weird. But hey, it's always active. Let's see if that works. That didn't work. What did I get wrong? Darn it, I was actually really confident I was going to get that one right. Okay, I figured it out. You had to capitalize item. I think that's what the problem is. Yeah, there it goes. Look at that. But, like, what is up with that? ID is not capitalized. Why do I have to capitalize item? Because it's an entity name? I didn't have to capitalize it here. Man, you know, they do like this whole command overhaul, and then there's still things like this. I don't understand. I'm also not a programmer, but come on, I don't understand. So yeah, as you can see, I said T, and then as soon as I drop this, the message goes up, and now it's saying it over and over again. If I just like that, right? It's saying it over again because it's a repeat. So what we actually need to do is make it see it once and then kill it so it doesn't repeat, right? So actually, let me give myself a bunch of these just for now. So how we're going to do that is instead of run/say hello, we're going to do run/kill. At e type, and then we're gonna want this exact thing here. Okay, so if I do that, then it should kill it right after I throw it, and it did. Look at that; it's nowhere to be found. Woo! I'm dropping it, and it's gone. Right? Okay, cool. So now what we need to do is a chain command block. I have to say one thing that's really cool about replacing test fors with execute if is that you can now it saves you some space. You don't have to do test for and then another command. You can already do test for and then a command. And of course, in this case scenario, we need another one right here, and probably another one after that. So what we want to do now is that it's detecting when we throw it, right? So we need to set a block right here to where it'll run the command. I guess I'm going to have to move this button to right here. So what is the block right here? If I just put a mushroom stem, F3, if I do /set block, I can actually tab this. So when you tab, when you're dealing with coordinates, and you like tab, unless it's TP, it's going to give you the coordinates of the block you're looking at. So this is the block I'm looking at, and that's the block I want to remember. So let's actually just copy that. What we're going to do, we need to make sure this thing's unconditional, right? Otherwise, every time this thing runs a command, even if it fails, it'll run this, which means it'll be replacing a block there over and over again. It'll be constantly rolling, which would be cool. Granted, would be cool. but that's not what we need. So that's why it's unconditional, just so you guys know. So redstone block. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, no redstone blocks going, so far it's so good. And then we're gonna add another conditional with the same command, except for we're gonna do air this time. So as soon as it replaces with the redstone block, it'll replace it with air. But by then, this command chain will already have been run, and technically we should roll a dice, right? So here's the moment of truth. When we throw this block, will we roll a dice? We got a 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it worked. Awesome. Wow, that was actually very... 2 command blocks in a row, and I didn't need to fix anything. Okay, so we roll it. We got an 8. We keep rolling. Look at that. Getting a different number all these times, right? Now, it sets it to 11. At some point, it's at 11, but it immediately gets off. I'm not sure. I've been, like, spamming the button and trying other things to, like, spam roll it, and I've never gotten 11. In fact, oh, what I also did, I forgot about this. Scoreboard, objectives, set display, sidebar, dice. If I show the dice, I added a roll 11 player, and even, I don't think yeah, I didn't add anything over here, but roll 11 player, and if you see my name that's constantly going up, it never hits 11. And I ran like a repeating test for that tests for someone with the same points as 11, and it never went off. So I guess it's working. I guess it's never hitting 11, and we've seen it get 1s before. Don't know exactly how that works, but it works. So yeah, and then we can turn this back to coins, because that's gonna be what the standard is. Okay, so cool. We now have the mushroom stems, right? And this is the regular dice. So every turn you get one of these, you roll it. We got a 3. If I'm right here, I go 1, 2, 3, and I land on the star. I can't buy it because I don't have enough coins, right? But we now have a dice system. That's really cool. Now we'll probably work on the turn system after we do the mushroom thing, right? Don't know if that's going to be this episode or next episode, but we'll see. So what we need now is the other mushroom block. So the best way to implement this is, well, for starters, we can set up actually getting the thing, right? So it costs 5 coins. The prices I'm basing this off of is Mario Party 5. Like I said, it's the most knowledgeable Mario Party for me. The Mario Party I know most of, right? Let's just place this right now. Orientation. I wish you could, like, I don't know, place it an easier way to place a different orientation. Because at some point we're gonna need to change this. So let's change this to impulse, and it needs redstone. So if I just do /say hi, let me just make sure, and it says hi. Okay, so what we need to do is test for someone having 5 coins or not, right? So how we will do that is by, you know what? I actually need multiple command blocks on this. So let's just do this. Okay, execute if entity at P, and then scores. We've done this part before. This can be very similar to just buying the coins, right? Or buying the star. And then what we need to do is one of those, and what coins, right? Coins equals, and then we're gonna want to put 5 ... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it'll only take 9, I think. Then like this, like that. Okay, wait, it's not give yet. First it's run, and then give. Oh, not game mode. That'd be pretty bad. Run, give, at P. What we'll want to do is Minecraft mushroom block? Question mark? Is it red mushroom block? What's it called? Yeah, red mushroom block. Okay. And click done. And then I don't have 5 coins, right? Let's give myself 5 coins at least. Okay, 6 coins. And I got one. Cool. Okay, and then what we want to do is add a chain command block here, just like we did with the star. I don't think it really matters if it's conditional or unconditional, but let's make it conditional. And then slash, what are we doing? We gotta get rid of the 5 coins, right? Scoreboard, players, remove, at P, coins, 5. Done. Okay, so now I have enough. I'm gonna click it, and I get down to 1 coin. Cool. Perfect. Let's real quick. Okay, well, let's just do scoreboard, players, set, hatnat, coins. Let's just set it to... Okay, wait, yeah, of course that works. Okay, so cool. Now we have a system to where once you get coins, you can get a red mushroom block, and I think it kind of works to just have it with you instead of it being a scoreboard thing, because you're supposed to choose when you use it, on which turn. Ideally, in this game, right, just like in a regular Mario Party game, you'd want to play with players that you trust, right? Players you're friendly with, your friends and stuff like that. I don't really see this being like, you know, a multiplayer server. I'm not going to make it extremely exploit-free and stuff like that. I'm relying on players' trust here. And that doesn't mean I'm going to ignore certain imperfections and stuff like that. But with things like having the red mushroom, I think you can just trust people not to use it when it's not their turn and stuff like that. Or maybe we'll have implementations like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, now what we need to do is add another repeat. We can simply duplicate this thing to make the red dice work the same. But instead, I think we can get around this by just adding adding a comma to this MBT, possibly. Well, I suppose because item is already specified, so you don't need to specify it again, even though you're already supposed to specify it twice in the command. But 3 times, no. Maybe what you can do is comma here. So I'm not quite at the command level apparently to have that many selectors, I guess, like that. I just couldn't find a way to implement this selector to select more than one item but still 2 unique kinds, right? I tried like adding a comma after item. I tried inserting it within the item squiggly ones, the ID squiggly ones, the regular NBT equals. I tried adding another NBT equals. Nothing seemed to be working. So right now I'm kind of resulted in just placing another one of these bad boys down and essentially doing the same command except for with this. So what we can do is, let me just get that out of the way. Execute if entity, and then what we can do is at E, and then what you can do is then type, right? I'm not new. Type equals item, comma, NBT equals item, and then yeah, this should be about good actually if I just add that. There we go, and then we can do run, and then what are we running? Oh, the kill command. Kill at E with the same exact thing, doggone it. Type equals item, comma, NBT, nope, not BLT, NBT equals like that, like that. Okay, that should be good. If we drop this, doesn't kill it. Okay, haha, always active. Okay, boom, it kills it, right? Yay. Okay, so now all I need to do is control copy this, place it down, place this down. So now that both of those commands are copied over, I'll drop this. We should get, could not set the block. Oh, I see. Because it's already redstone, it's not accepting it because I prematurely placed it. Okay, there we go, and it's not working. Huh? Wasn't this copied over? Oh, I guess I didn't copy this one. Okay. How about that? Conditional. Okay, that should do it then if I drop this. Ah, we got a 6. I roll both of these and I get different numbers, right? Hooray! Not you. But yeah, so another thing I could have done is just made it when you drop any item, it will do that, but I just don't know what kind of other items I'll have, you'll be able to drop, right? So it was important to me to make it both this. It seems inefficient to have both of these running. I wish this one could do the trick, and it's so close to doing the trick, it just can't quite, as far as I know. If you guys in the comments have any idea, definitely let me know. And so yeah, so that's set up. So cool, we now have something. You can buy an item and then you get another mushroom block, and then you can roll twice, right? So if we were to just kind of test stuff out here with just these dice, well, I can't throw these out. Well, actually, what happens if you throw out a stack? Oh, okay, no, it just deletes everything. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna delete all this mushroom. Let's just get a regular mushroom block, right? Let's grab a bunch of them. I shouldn't have deleted them, I guess. And we're gonna fool around, right? So this is the first turn, right? Ready, roll the dice. I got a 7, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and once I get over here, oh, I can't buy enough. 6, 7, I land on the happening space. I press it, something happens. Whoa! This is something we probably won't be able to program until we have an actual map, because these are very map involved, and it requires the map to make its changes, really. But yeah, everything else seems to be working fine. By the way, all these spaces, while I added them, they also all function, you know. I can get coins from all of them and stuff. And when I have 6 coins, I can then buy one of these suckers, and it gives me an extra dice. Of course, at some point, we'll like add an actual name to it. That sounds like something that might be good to do off camera. Who knows? We'll see. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. I'm not entirely sure how long it is, because there's a lot of time I wasn't doing stuff. But it's mainly about like setting a goal for this series. It's mainly about setting a goal in the episode and then accomplishing the goal in that episode. So yeah, that's gonna do that. That's gonna do it. Okay. All right. We'll probably work on the turn system next. I think that's becoming important. But yeah, things are moving along. We got some new stuff popping up, and everything is good in the neighborhood. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know if you like this series, and so long.